So a couple of days ago, I posted a video about screenlife script writing, and to be more specific about scene headings. It was kind of painful to watch because I said so much without saying anything at all, so let's try that again. I want to start by first just emphasizing how hard it was to even start the script writing process. A traditional film has a very straightforward way of being written. With screenwriting, I mean your main character is essentially a cursor. One of the things I do in my script is very early on, I make it clear to the person reading the script that everything from this point forward, assume it's happening on a screen. I'm not going to always say, and then on the computer, they click on X or Y, because then I'm just going to say that before every sentence. So clarified with a little note so that the reader understands very early on what they should be imagining. I also made sure to just emphasize who is using the computer. I don't say the cursor clicks on the, because that's very impersonal and will struggle for the reader to connect with what you're actually saying. So instead, I would use my main character's name and write Kayla clicks on X icon, or Kayla types this message. And so the reader has early on been prepped for an understanding of whatever is happening on the computer is a cause of this character, and it's done by the cursor clicking on something or something being typed out. Now, to get very specific into what I was saying with the scene headings is I can't cut to a new scene every time you see something in a different space, because let's say Kayla, my main character, is scrolling through a few different photos from her past. In one photo, it'll be her and her dad on a fishing trip. The next photo, it's her in her living room with her best friend. Take that, multiplied by 10 different photos. I'm not going to do new scene, Kayla sitting with dad. It just isn't practical and doesn't read properly. So that's why I specifically made sure to make a point of writing my scene headings, what day it is, because that was important to the story, to what time of the day it is, which influences what you see on video calls and such. And then I would write what device it is, because there's a very small amount of devices in my film, and that would help the reader keep track of, are we on Kayla's phone or are we on Kayla's laptop? And then I would add finally where in the world this device is. So is Kayla using her phone in the kitchen? Then it would be Tuesday morning, Kayla's phone kitchen, because then the user knows when there's a video call, when she's having a phone call, this is the space she's kind of set in. And then when she is scrolling through different photos, you just describe the photos as they are. I will add a caveat to this. The line producer hates this because it's very hard to break scenes down to which props you need, what you need to capture, etc. So we also have then a production version of the script where I do the thing I said I wouldn't do, which is every time I show a different photo, I break it as a new scene, I give it a very specific title so that the line producer could break down what we actually need for each scene. It's all really complicated, and I have so much more to say about screenwriting, but we'll save that for another video because we're running out of time. Have you written a screenlife script, or do you have any other screenwriting tips that you can leave in the comments? Excited to read it.